Guys, this is Brett here from brettdev.com, coming at you once again from Chiang Mai in Thailand. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about an app called Uber. I'm sure you obviously know what Uber is. If you don't, it's kind of like a taxi service that you can order a cab on your phone. So my friend only told me that Uber was available in Chiang Mai the other day, and this should answer a lot of you guys' questions. On some of my other videos I've had people comment. So I did a video before about an apartment that is just up the road from here that's really cheap, but it's a little bit far out of town, and people have commented saying, Brett, do I need a motorbike? And I always replied in the comments, yes, you need a bike. If you don't, you're going to be stuck. There aren't any songtails, there aren't any tuk-tuks that go up and down this road. Well, there are, but they're very few and far between. Like, you'd be lucky if you find one, or a songtail or something like that. But like I just said, Uber is now available in Chiang Mai. So it's only come into effect like this year, and you can get an Uber from pretty much everywhere. So I'm quite far out of the town, so maybe, well, I say quite far, I'm about 10 15 minutes on a motorbike, but I'm far enough that there aren't any tuk-tuks and songtails here. And when I turn on Uber and take a look, it's asking me to enable my location. Just want to show you guys how widespread Uber is in Chiang Mai. There is always like five or six taxis within 5 minutes of me, and it's like this throughout the whole of here you go, as you can see, there are tons of them. So, and it's like that throughout the whole of Chiang Mai. There's just tons of them. So Uber is an option, guys. If you're coming to Chiang Mai and you want to get around, you can Uber now. So I knew it was in Bangkok, I just had no idea it was in Chiang Mai, and it's actually really cheap. So a tuk-tuk, if I got a tuk-tuk from the east side of the city, like where the bars are, if I go out at night, have a drink, and I get a tuk-tuk back to where I live now, it costs 300 baht, which in US dollars is about $7 or $8. Now, I can get an Uber from this exact same place to here for 80 baht, which is crazy. It's like $2. So you can pretty much get anywhere around Chiang Mai City with Uber for about $2 for a fare. Now, my opinion on Uber itself, I've got mixed opinions about Uber. I know for a fact that if the government go ahead with it fully, it will completely destroy the tuk-tuks and the taxis like it's done everywhere else in the world, which would be really sad, because the tuk-tuks and stuff are quite iconic in Thailand, and they lend themselves to kind of the whole Thai experience. So I don't know if I'm really against it or for it. Right now in Thailand, it's actually illegal to become an Uber driver, but as you can just see from the app, there are hundreds of Uber drivers in Chiang Mai, and you don't need to worry as a passenger. The law basically states that if you're driving an Uber taxi and you're an unlicensed taxi driver, and you can be fined, the Uber driver can be fined 2,000 baht, which is about $40 or $50 if they get caught. They did do a crackdown on Uber down in Bangkok, I believe, a month or so ago. This is what I was reading online, and they fined a dozen or a couple of dozen people for driving Uber cabs, but it doesn't seem to really have too much of an effect, because like I just showed you on the app, there are hundreds of Uber drivers all around the city right now, and you can pretty much get anywhere for super cheap. Now, if you are going to get an Uber in Chiang Mai, 100% most definitely give them a big massive tip, because being somebody that lives here and knowing how far they're going for the amount that you're paying them, it is ridiculously cheap. I don't know why anyone would do it, to be quite honest with you, but they must be very busy and have a lot of fares to actually make it worth their while. But even still, like I said, a tuk-tuk would be 300 baht, and tuk-tuk drivers aren't the best paid people in Thailand by any means, and these guys are doing it for literally, it's about a third of the cost as to what you pay for a tuk-tuk. So if you do get an Uber, give a tip, you know, on top of your fare. So it's the right thing to do. Do I think like Uber should be allowed in Thailand? I'm really not sure. I don't have enough knowledge on like the economics of it and how it affects. Obviously, it affects the tuk-tuk drivers. Obviously, it affects the taxi drivers, and that is a massive downside. And it does destroy their livelihoods essentially. But it's done that all throughout the world. But also, it creates opportunities for other people to become Uber drivers who maybe couldn't make any money before. It's like I said, I don't know enough about it to have a strong opinion. Obviously, it looks out of order from the outset. Like I think it's not right, and the government shouldn't allow Uber to come into Thailand. People have got counter arguments. My counter argument would never be that there's a tuk-tuk mafia, or like some people come out with this nonsense, there's a tuk-tuk mafia, or all tuk-tuk drivers are drunk, or all of them drive crazy, because that's not true. I've been getting tuk-tuks for 2 years, and I've never felt like there's a mafia, you know, and I've never felt in danger of my life, really. I mean, obviously you had the 1 or 2 tuk-tuk drivers that drive like nutters, but it's not like all of them. So that's not a good argument. I mean, the only counter argument I would kind of consider to Uber would be like from an economic standpoint, which I don't understand enough about who it benefits. I can see who it doesn't benefit. So I don't really have too much of a strong opinion on it, but time will tell. I mean, apparently there is a date set where the government are going to kind of make a ruling on it and say whether or not Uber are allowed to operate in Thailand. For now, I believe they've suspended the Uber motorbikes in Bangkok, from what I believe. I may be wrong, but if you're ever in Bangkok, you can get motorbike taxis, and they just take you for very short trips. They're like 10 or 20 baht, and they'll take you like to the end of a really long street. And I'm pretty certain that people were doing Uber with those, and they actually suspended those, but the car service they haven't suspended. So, I mean, so I just wanted to make that quick video to put it out there, let you know my thoughts on Uber, and to let you guys know that it is available in Chiang Mai now. So for those of you that were worried about living outside of the city, you can now get an Uber. So I think that aspect of it's quite nice, and I will use Uber for those scenarios. I mean, I'll still use tuk-tuks, I'll still use songthaos when I'm in the city, but there are no tuk-tuks or songthaos where I'm at. So it's great for me to be able to get a taxi into town. And one really, really big benefit that I feel like should and potentially could come of this, if the government do legalize Uber and more people start adopting it, they should be able to crack down more on people that are drink driving, because there's a lot of drink driving in Thailand, and people take their motorbikes and they drive to the bars and they ride back, and it is a real big problem. So I mean, right now there is no, with Uber there is no reason for anybody to drink drive. It's not like you can't get from here to town, so you can just get an Uber. So that should solve a lot of problems there, hopefully, but time will tell. So anyway, I hope you liked the video, guys. If you've got any questions, leave them below. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. We're going to be doing a few more videos where I'm going to be walking around different places in Thailand and showing you about, so stay tuned. And until next time, this is Brett from brettdev.com, and we're out.